Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're ready for the Easter weekend. It's Eric Wilhelm here with weather for Weather Geeks, the final edition for the month of March. And what a, frankly, pretty lousy month it has been weather-wise. It's been chilly just about all month with just a sprinkling of mild days here and there, only a handful, really, of warmer than average days during this entire month. Let's hope for better things as we go deeper into spring, although I don't think many people will like my April forecast. I'll do that at the end of the video. Let's recap today. This is a time-lapse overlooking Youngstown, of course, cloudy and damp and even snowy at the start of the day today. Some car tops got covered by the snow this morning, but finally the sky tried to brighten some as we got into the late afternoon into the early evening hours, and that is a sign that the sky will continue to clear tonight and lead to a better day coming up tomorrow. The precipitation pretty much was as expected this morning. The flurries lingered a little bit longer than I thought they would, but again, it was pretty inconsequential, just conversational snow out there this morning. It is, the end of March. We're frankly tired of seeing the snow in most circumstances for most people at this time of the year. All right, we have a full moon or a nearly full moon overhead tonight as the sky continues to clear this evening. We should be able to see that moon later on. A blue moon. 2 full moons within 1 month makes the second one a blue moon. We had one back on the first day of March. We're going to have one on the last day of March. It's technically full at 8:37 tomorrow morning, just before it sets. By the way, this is interesting. This is the last blue moon for a while. In fact, about 2.5 years. It'll be Halloween of 2020 before we have another blue moon. Of course, the moon is not blue. It has nothing to do with the color of the moon. It's just an expression for the second full moon in a month. All right, as we go into the weekend, we're going to start tomorrow with bright sunshine. Beautiful start, albeit cold, tomorrow morning. The clouds should start to thicken up as we go towards lunchtime. I've slowed down the arrival of the showers in our forecasts tomorrow. I think it'll be towards evening, 6, 7 o'clock on average. Some showers lingering into the evening, and then maybe a few snowflakes tomorrow night. You're going to notice the breeze kicking up tomorrow. Wind gusts locally could start topping 20 miles per hour by late afternoon. Notice Cleveland up around 40. It'll be windier, I think, in northwest Ohio and into Michigan and across the lakes over into western New York. But for us, we could see a gust between 30 and 40, certainly, especially around sunset and shortly thereafter. Wind advisories are up for parts of Michigan. It's a high wind warning over towards the Buffalo area, over towards Rochester as well. And by the way, winter storm warnings, blizzard warnings out for the upper Midwest. Pretty potent winter storm coming their way with a lot of wind with it. There's going to be a stripe of 6+ inches of snow from parts of North Dakota through Minnesota into Wisconsin and into the UP of Michigan. Thankfully, we're dodging that bullet. All right, so showers tomorrow, late in the day into tomorrow night. Maybe a snowflake or 2 late at night. I can't totally rule out someone seeing a stray snowflake Sunday morning for Easter morning, but I think the chances are pretty small. Overall, a partly sunny day and just, chilly for April 1st. Only about 40 Sunday afternoon. The models today have been trying to bring some moisture farther to the north Sunday night. This is the latest run of our in-house RPM model. Some of the modeling even brings some of the snow up to maybe I-70, and in the farthest north scenarios, maybe up to Route 30. If we were to see a little bit of snow Sunday night, it would probably be down towards Lisbon, East Liverpool, Hanoverton, and it wouldn't be much. It would be pretty inconsequential, but I can't rule out someone trying to see just a touch of snow Sunday night. That little system heads by to the south and east, and actually Monday should be a pretty nice day. Monday will be the nicest day of next week with high pressure almost right overhead. So it'll be a good day for the Pirates home opener down at PNC Park in Pittsburgh on Monday afternoon. It's a 1:05 first pitch as they take on the Minnesota Twins. Game time temperature mid-40s, heading for about 50 as people file out of the exits at the end of that game. A much better forecast than for the Indians home opener at the end of next week. Chilly week next week. Ugh. Tuesday's the exception. I think it's going to rain a lot of Tuesday, but a late day high of 57 before the cold front rolls through, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, lower 40s. I think we're going to see snow flurries and snow showers, and it's going to be blustery. It's going to be kind of like late February rather than early April at the end of next week. All right, speaking of April, let's start talking a little bit about the April forecast. I told you this week we would do the April forecast tonight. Of course, April right in the middle of meteorological spring. It's a month in which our averages start rising pretty quickly. Our average high in the first is 53, but by the end of the month, and the first day of May, our averages are up in the mid-60s. So we pick up about a dozen degrees. We picked up about 13 degrees in March, and we pick up another dozen in April as far as average high temperatures go. Those are the averages, though, and here's what we expect compared to average. This map is, kind of look like March, I'm afraid. Pretty good, pretty high confidence, pretty strong signal that at the very least, the first half of the month is going to be very chilly compared to average. What happens in the second half of April, I have lower confidence in, but the cold is going to be fairly overwhelming, I think, during the first half of the month. So, golf leagues starting up, Little League baseball, we're going to have some tough weather for these types of activities, I think, for the first couple of weeks of the month. Now, I've been saying this, and chances are if you're watching this video, you're weather savvy enough that, this is fairly common sense for a lot of us. This doesn't mean it's going to snow and be in the 20s. We're in April, and the averages, as I just showed you, are rising from the 50s and into the 60s by the end of the month. So a below average temperature by mid-April is, 56 degrees. That doesn't sound too cold, but yeah, it is below average by mid-month. As far as precipitation goes, here's our April outlook. It should be a wetter than average month. So chilly and damp, not exactly a forecast that's going to make me very popular in the month of April. Now, we've had two fairly lousy monthly forecasts in a row in February and March. I did not do well in February and did not do well in March. This pattern has been one of extremes, and that sometimes makes these seasonal forecasts difficult. February was one of the warmest on record, and now March has been very chilly compared to the average. In fact, March is indeed going to finish colder than February for the second year in a row. How about that? So we have a kind of a hard time with those types of extremes when it comes to long-range forecasts. I am pretty confident in the April outlook, though. I think again, at the very least, the first half of the month is looking mighty darn chilly. So unfortunately, I wish I had better news. All right, that's tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. Have a great Easter weekend, everyone. I'll see you back here Monday evening for more weather geekiness. I'll see you then.